Florida National News is at Bay Hill for the Arnold Palmer Invitational, which takes place this weekend through Sunday. And we just heard from Drew Donovan, who is the director of the Arnold Palmer Invitational, who gave us an update on some of the things to expect this coming weekend. And also from Sam Saunders, the grandson of Arnold Palmer, who is now the ambassador of the Arnold and Winnie Palmer Foundation, who gave us some of the other things that they're working on as part of the Arnie's Army Legacy Experience.
Another iteration of the Arnold Palmer Invitational presented by MasterCard, where everything here at Bay Hill is getting in shape. The course is looking absolutely amazing. We've seen players out here certainly taking all of the angles and getting around the course in preparation for what's coming Thursday. Outside of the ropes, we've got a number of exciting changes and additions this year for fans. We've got a number of opportunities for family-friendly opportunities that really will give families and kids something extra, something exciting to look forward to, and something extra to do on top of watching the world's best golfers out here at Bay Hill. One of those is the Bay Hill Explorers. It's an activity that's sponsored by the Arnold and Winnie Palmer Foundation. It will take kids across course in a scavenger hunt in search of stickers, and along the way they'll learn about Mr. Palmer, they'll learn about Bay Hill, they'll learn about what makes this place special, as well as rewarding them with a free bag tag if they collect all the stickers and see all the sites. We're really excited about that. We're really excited about the Orlando Health Kids Zone that's located off of number 10. Family care suites. We really strive hard to bring the experience to the fans and make sure that all fans of all ages are comfortable here, and that at the end of the day they're going to have fun, but also see the best golf that they can possibly see.
Any questions for Drew?
Yeah, I mean, just everybody talks about the challenges, all the competitors that come here talks about how challenging this course is. How proud are you that you can continue that legacy of a really tough challenge?
We're so proud. We've got 47 of the top 50 coming here to Bay Hill. The course plays tough but fair. But at the same time, watching the world's best come out here and seeing the eventual winner put on that red cardigan, we know that they've earned it, and that they have played boldly, and that they have bested one of the best fields in golf this year.
Drew, the changes to 17, what went into the planning of that and the execution of making that?
Yeah, every year there is evaluation, and there's certainly seeing how play interacts, and really it's year-long maintenance, and that change was certainly one that factors in year-round maintenance and what ultimately will help competition be at its best this week. And so it's a change, but at the same time, it's really going to play very similarly as past years. There's not too big of a difference there.
You got the player feedback?
Not yet, but I think everything that we've heard has been really positive. Sight lines are great, and I think from a playability standpoint, it'll play just like it has in past years.
Legacy is so important, especially here. How do you evolve things, but also kind of stay true to the vision that Mr. Palmer would have had, but also kind of 2025 now, maybe didn't see this coming, or how difficult is that?
Yeah, year to year, the legacy is what we base all of our decisions off of. That's honoring Mr. Palmer, highlighting his legacy, highlighting his legacy of charitable giving and the impact that he made here in Orlando. That's a big deal for us to continue to lean into, and also keeping the build in this place as classic a feel, and that's what we strive for, to really honor the legacy and lean into that, but also how can we continue to grow as an event, and that's a fun challenge every year.
You can't control the weather, but it's been a pretty dry season. Did that present any challenges to you guys in getting the course ready? And is there a certain condition, it might rain tomorrow, can you hope that it rains just for moisture, or what's your perspective?
this course is so well conditioned right now. Chris Flynn and the green staff here at Bay Hill just they do an incredible job to get this course to a place right now where you might look like it needs water, but it is right where it needs to be. And so the course is in prime shape right now. It's I think a little rain tomorrow. I think it'll just normal Florida. It could happen, but it's still going to be a challenging test, and certainly they'll adjust accordingly.
What is your definition of tough but fair? Does it go to a specific finishing number that you have in mind, or shot values? Can you kind of go through that process?
Nothing designated. I think tough meaning a challenging. We want the players to be playing their best, and I think we know that when the red cardigan is awarded, that they've beat a really good field. They've also probably made a handful of birdies out here that is quite an accomplishment. And I think when you look at a tough but fair, we've got the world's best, so we certainly want them to be on their game while they're playing here.
No 59s out here.
Well, hey, if somebody did that would be impressive.
Drew, if there is weather tomorrow and weather Sunday, do you guys pre-plan for eventualities like that? How does that affect the schedule and what you all do?
Yeah, we've got just in the full event logistics, we've got full rain plans, and obviously we try and operate on as much info as we possibly can, knowing that it's still Florida at the end of the day. But our volunteer base is one of the best on the PGA Tour. Everybody is ready to come here and do their jobs, and we're ready for a good week.
Nejsem zvyklý lhát, jak přísahal jsem pomstu, a přísahu, co zadní muž jsem splnil.
Tournament benefiting the foundation and kind of what this week means to the foundation.
Absolutely. Well, this event obviously was so important to my grandfather, and today the Arnold Palmer Invitational, the main beneficiary is the Arnold Winnie Palmer Foundation. And obviously giving back and charity was something that was so important to my grandmother and my grandfather, and my grandfather knew he had a platform and an opportunity to help others. So at the foundation, we strive on our three pillars. It's healthcare, nature preservation, and character development. These were all things so important to my grandfather, and they're so important to our family now in this event. So it's really special to have the Arnold Palmer Invitational and be able to make an impact through the foundation like we do. And for me, I joined the team in November. I've been a professional golfer for 15 years, kind of doing my own thing. I've obviously tried to help here and there at this event where I could, but to be a part of a team and to be working alongside Drew Donovan for the tournament and Jason Peavy for the foundation and just our entire organization here, it's an honor and a privilege for me to be a part of this team, and I'm proud of it, and I think we're got some great things ahead of us.
What have you learned then as you take a more behind-the-scenes role?
I've learned that Zoom calls are a big part of life, and you got to be ready for anything and everything. But it's really, I wish every PGA Tour player could come and see what goes into a week on the PGA Tour. I've had the great opportunity to work on both a couple of maintenance crews in the past here at my home in Colorado, and I've also gotten the opportunity to do some broadcast work over the years, and now to be, so I've seen those sides of it, and now to be on the tournament operation side, the foundation side. I mean, we had our volunteer breakfast on Saturday morning, this past Saturday morning. We have 1,600 volunteers here. We're honoring volunteers 46 years, 40 years, 30 years. We have so many people that are integral parts of making an event happen out here. And it's just amazing to see the effort that's put into it and how many people care about not just this event, but what it means, and having that opportunity to give back and help others. And that's really the main goal of this event. Of course, we want to put on a good show. Of course, we want great competition, but through all that, we get to make a positive impact here in Orlando and around the world.
Sam, can you talk a little bit about what this tournament meant to your grandfather?
This was my grandfather's adopted home. He obviously grew up in Latrobe, and that's a very special place to him. It's a special place to us now, but Orlando became his as much a home as anything. And obviously now with the hospitals here bearing his name, and the family that has, I was born and raised here, and it's a special place for a lot of us. So Bay Hill, and you know, the opportunity to have the best players in the world come to his home and see his golf course, it was a huge source of pride for him, and he loved having the guys here and putting on a good show, making it a tough test for him. And it's so great to see how many of the players on the PGA Tour today have adopted the same mindset that my grandfather had. They are now making the efforts to give back. We just were up in my grandfather's office presenting the Arnie Award to Justin Rose. Justin Rose is an example of a guy who, obviously a world-class player, but he's doing more than just being a good golfer, and he's taken his platform to help others now. So it's great to see that the impact that he had, and how many young guys now are following suit.
When it comes to this tournament, how does your perspective as being one of the guys that gets to kind of play their way in, how does that help putting this all together?
Honestly, over the past 15 years, I've just made so many good relationships. I know I have so many friends at the tour. I have so many friends in the broadcast world, so many friends just through the entire business of golf. And to be able to make some of those connections for our team now, and make introductions for, hey, here's some good people. These are our good people. We have similar goals in mind, and let's do great things together. It's really been great.
Sam, the exemptions here are highly coveted. Can you share some of the insight on what went into some of those specifics?
Yeah, so that's a long process. We started in January. There were many meetings. There was a lot of thought and consideration put into that, and it's really important. I think my granddad cared a lot about providing opportunities for the entire body of golf. There's a lot of great professionals out there. There are a lot of great characters out there, and each and every player that got an exemption here this week is someone who not only embodies the spirit of Arnold Palmer, but also is just, they're great players that deserve chances to play, and it's something we're incredibly proud of.
Sam, tell us a little bit about where we're standing now, this tent, and what fans can experience and learn about the foundation here this week.
So this is an amazing activation here. We're getting to see some really great memorabilia, some great photos, and I look over here and I want to recognize the fact that we've got our friends from Cherry Hills here. Part of what we're doing through the foundation and the support that we're getting is having these incredible connections with my friends like they're here. We've got Kim Cohen and Tom Lee back here from Cherry Hills, and they have made the effort to support the Arnold Winnie Palmer Foundation and support the cause of what we're doing up at Latrobe, to try to bring Latrobe back to its glory and have it be, really a huge part of the Arnold Palmer legacy. And so there's some awesome memorabilia over here, and honoring the 1960 U.S. Open that my grandfather won at Cherry, and really just kind of was such a defining moment of his career. So the fact that we've got so many great connections and people like that are willing to support the cause and join the mission that we're doing is incredibly meaningful. But there's so much to see, and we've got we've got our friends from Golf Zone here with a great simulator. We've got friends from U.S. Kids Golf. It's really a team effort, and to me, the world of golf is a family, and we're all trying to do good things. We're trying to grow the game, and we're trying to make it better, and that's kind of our mission here.
As a former player and now involved heavily in the tournament, will you find time to go watch?
Yes, I will find time to go watch. I hope so, yeah. I got to play in the Pro-Am yesterday and see the course, and I'm still buddies with all these guys. I mean, I keep in touch. I know all of them. we do a lot of storytelling and catching up. But I'll be out there and trying to see as much as I can. I've got plenty of friends in the field, and look forward to really just seeing a great competition.
Are you going to be the guy on the 18th green on Sunday to handle all your grandfather's old duties?
I'll be there. We'll see what happens on 18, but yes, I'll be there on 18, and I very much look forward to shaking the hand of our champion this year, because whoever can bear the test this week and come out on top, they have earned a pretty important trophy and place in the history of this event.
This tournament is always about community, but on a national level, it gets so much attention because of the test it offers to these golfers. Usually something special happens. How is the recent history of the toughness of this course kind of lend itself to keeping the profile high?
Yeah, well, my grandfather always wanted, as Drew said, he wanted a tough but fair test here. And what I like is Bay Hill and the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Bay Hill, the golf course, has developed its identity, and we've kind of stuck with that. We're not tweaking the course. We're not making a bunch of changes. The players all know when they show up here at the beginning of the week, the rough is going to be long. It's going to be challenging. The greens are going to be incredibly firm and incredibly fast. And the consistency that, excuse me, the consistency that we've been able to create here through the hard work of Chris Flynn, our agronomy team, and really just doing what we do well, providing a consistent, tough test to the players is the identity of Bay Hill. So it's no shock to guys when they show up and they see that long rough and they see that the greens are, bouncing like crazy.
As a former player, how different is that?
Not much. In terms of playability, I would say it's actually slightly easier. I think some people might have been concerned when they see the bunker being gone that if you miss short, the ball would go in the water. We were very thoughtful about that decision because 17 is already an incredibly difficult hole. It's a long par 3. It's obviously to those back right pins, it's a forced carry. And if every ball were to come back into the water, that would be just a little bit too brutal. And so we built that slope in a way where a shot that's short will stay there. We've kept, we're not shaving the bank down so that everything rolls back into the water. And it's just a more consistent test for the players now. Because unfortunately that bunker, the beach bunker, was just it became a bit of a mud pit at times, and it was really hard to maintain it in a way that was consistent with the rest of the bunkers on the golf course. So a lot of thought went into that, and I think they did an incredible job. And it's still a very tough hole, but it's in no way is it more difficult now.
Do you think it's being talked about because the tournament's been decided?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I think it's being talked about, but I think once all of the players go through and see specifically that slope is not incredibly severe and that the grass a shot will stay there, I think they're going to say, okay, that's good.
So tell us a bit about Foundation Friday and what this new initiative this week and what how fans can participate.
Yeah, so Foundation Friday is something that's hopefully makes a huge impact this week and also inspires other events to jump on and do similar things. We're really going to highlight some great partnerships that we have from local companies and philanthropic efforts that are all raising money and making an effort to raise awareness, not just for the Arnold and Winnie Palmer Foundation, but just for the fact that this is really the main reason we have this golf tournament is to raise money for foundations and to make a positive impact on local communities, to try to have that broad reach. We've got some great partners, and we're really excited too. We're trying to get some players involved as well, and I know we're getting some players involved, which is great, and it just speaks volumes to the character that some of these guys have, that they also want to participate and chip in and make that effort, because they recognize that they're so fortunate to get to play at this level, and for the purses that we get to play for today, it's great when you can take that opportunity to give back and help.
All right, thank you, Sam.
This weekend at Bay Hill, you can catch 47 of the top 50 golfers at the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Scotty Scheffler will be defending his red cardigan. We'll see how well he does, as well as the other golfers. The action you can catch from Thursday through Sunday here at Bay Hill.
Every community has a story. Ours began over 105 years ago.
Brought to you by Community Coffee.
From a simple belief that great coffee has the power to bring people together. After 5 generations, our family's still roasting smooth, rich coffee that builds community. One cup at a time. Community Coffee. Community in every cup since 1919.